Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Coloring with Markers, and today we're starting a new book. We're going to be coloring from the Jade Summer Vampires Grayscale edition, and today we are going to be coloring in this picture right here, and we're going to be doing something slightly special because we're going to be recreating one of the pictures I colored in the original Vampires picture, which is this one. This was one of the very first Jade Summer pictures I've ever done, and we're going to try recreating this in markers on the Grayscale form. So I'm going to leave this over on as a viewing point for me so I can use it as a guide. Let's see if I just set it over here instead. That way I can look at it so I can remember the color we need to use. And we are going to be using Sergeant Art markers, and I do have a swatch chart for them. Where did it go? It's over here. Hold on a second. I knew I was forgetting something, but I have it in my swatch books here. I swatched them all out so you can see the color ranges of them. I have them all in color groups. So there's all of these swatches. So leave them off to the side so I can see. But we're going to dive right into this coloring chat. So I leave the swatches over on the other page so I can kind of judge. Take these two loose pages out so they don't get bent. I have a little swatch thing and then my upcoming color alongs for next year. So we're going to be using the Sergeant Art 50 set of super tipped markers. Oh, it's stuck in the wheel. Okay, that's good. Okay, now let's get into it. We're going to recreate our picture. So we need a purple for her vest. So I think the purple that is most close to her vest or coat on the other one is number 11. I do have these swatched out in numbers because of the fact that they don't have numbers or names on them. And number 11 is this cap right here, where it's kind of like a lavender purple, slightly darker than a lavender purple. And we're going to go ahead and where do you put the cap? Okay, there we go, they're going that way. And I probably can't do it, nope. I'm going to do the whole coat, and we're going to do the cuffs and everything like that as well. So the purple will go over the whole coat, the whole jacket. So I hope everyone had a good weekend. It is Sunday night when I'm filming this. I hope everyone also had a good color-a-thon that was going on. The color no one's watching color-a-thon. I actually did not do very much coloring this weekend. I've only started a picture and finished one picture that was already started. I was just not really in the coloring mood. I just kind of wanted to veg out and do nothing this weekend, so I just kind of wanted to do that, and I just watched everyone's videos because I can't watch the live streams, so I can't watch them when they're live, but I can watch the videos afterwards. So I've been just going through and watching the videos afterwards and then catching up that way. My internet for some reason will always work with Twitch. It just does not like to work with YouTube streaming for some reason. But yeah. So I've been watching those videos, and I do want to start coloring more. So I'm happy to be able to start coloring this, and then I think maybe tonight I will start or finish up, the coloring with gel pens picture I did in Lost Ocean by Johanna Basford, because I did do all the fishes the fish that would be the different colors, but I did not do them after the video. I did the colors, I have all the gel pens in the book, but I just did not go through and do, it didn't finish up afterwards. I just was not in the mood to do the picture afterwards. I hit the end button, it's I'm going to finish this, and then I just put everything away, and then I put the books that you're recording on, put on the desk back together. And I was just not in the mood to finish it, so I put all the pens inside of the book. That way it's kind of a saved eye of what is in there, and then I'll finish it up probably tonight. I'll probably, after I'm done filming this, turn the TV on and watch some TV. If not, maybe put a movie on because I'm uploading. At the moment, I'm uploading the Completed Coloring Book Collection Finished Pages number 2. and I will that'll take probably about 3 hours because my internet tonight was super slow. Like, it was just horrible today, so I'm hoping that it won't take that super long. If not, if it's right now it's 11 o'clock at night. If by 2 o'clock it's not down to like the 2-hour range, like if it still says like 2 hours 50 minutes, I'm just gonna cancel the upload and save it for in the middle of the week and upload it on like Thursday or something like that, and skip over like push back color or the color and chat for the upcoming one to do a different one, to do that video instead. I mean, because my internet today is just super slow for some reason. It was really good all weekend, and then today it just kind of like took a dump, and it's just like doing what it wants basically. So far these markers have been doing really good. Ooh, and I messed up, and luckily these were watercolor markers. So if you're really careful, it does not go through. But I was doing a different picture in this book, and I'll show you after I'm done with this, the jacket. The watercolor, or not watercolor, the water-based markers I've noticed are not as good on the Grayscale, in my opinion. It kind of seems like it washes the Grayscale up, if that makes any sense. Like, it doesn't have like the depth of color as like the alcohol markers, like the Sharpies or the Bic marking markers, or kind of like any other alcohol marker would. It just kind of seems like it does have like some shadowing in there. It just doesn't seem as like in your face as the other picture I was doing with the Sharpies are, and maybe that was the picture I was doing in here. Maybe it just didn't have as much shadow to begin with. I can show you the non-colored and form to see maybe if it was like light on the shadow. It could have been that I just didn't notice last night. But yeah, it just seems like it's washing up. It doesn't seem as much on this one. Like, it seems like you still see the Grayscale. It's just, yeah, that goes, that's part of the jacket, right? Is this part of the jacket? Well, I color it in the other book, so it's gonna be part of the jacket now. But it just seems like, I don't know if maybe it's because the alcohol markers have like slightly more like pigments to them, or like have like more like of a vibrant color into them a little bit, I don't know. But it just seems like with the alcohol markers, like the Sharpies and the Bics, that the colors kind of pop off the page a little bit more, where it kind of seems like the shadowing kind of dims out a little bit more than with the water-based markers. I'll have to like, and this so far I've only colored with the water-based markers in the Vampires books. I'll have to test them out in the Chibi Girls Grayscale book to see if maybe it could be, the shading is just different in this book than it is in the other book. So it could be that for that reason why you're not noticing, or I'm not noticing it as much. But for the most part, I really do still enjoy coloring the Grayscale with markers over the pencils. So even if like these aren't as like a vibrant of a Grayscale with the water-based markers, I still will probably color with them over the Grayscale a little bit more than pencils, because I like just the feeling of being able to straight color with the markers and everything to come out nice and shadowed in. And someone asked if I could do a video on how I color with the markers on Grayscale, and since I do color pretty much straight, just like put the colors down, I don't like blend or anything like that. Excuse me there, I had a little bit of a hiccup. I don't do anything besides just kind of put the color down on the page. So I think what I'm going to do instead is try out all the markers that I have. Like I have right on the Sharpies, and then the other ones I'm using the Faber-Castell Duo Tip markers, and now the Sargent Art markers. So I'm going to test out my Crayola Super Tips, and then the Leisure Art Duo Tip markers. They have a Super Tip and then a Fine Tip. And then I have some miscellaneous markers that I'll also test out on here, which are pretty much Crayola markers. I have the Silly Scents ones, and then the Fine Tips. I think that's it in the miscellaneous ones. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll test them out. That way, I want to do that video. I have pictures. I'll test them out in all different pictures. That way, I can flip back and forth for the case of the video. So far, I will say the alcohol-based markers are winning. If it's a race, you know, if it's like a scale of like top to bottom, the alcohol-based markers so far are winning, just because you can straight color and you will still notice it coming together like, oh my god, amazing. And then the watercolors, you'll kind of see it. Not really like, that's not really amazing. It's just that I've noticed the grayscale effect kind of like rinse itself away with the marker. In a way, I'm just kind of going over some of the marker lines to wash them back out. Now it'll take a little bit to dry and get the color to even out. You'll notice that probably by the end of the video that evens itself back out. What I was saying is, with the page back here, you can't really notice, the only one you can notice is like in the skin and the dress, the grayscale effect. It just looks like the regular picture color. Let's see. Okay, so maybe it's lighter, but you look at the couch here, like right in this section. See if I can zoom into like this section right here versus this section right here. It kind of, you see what I mean? Like, kind of seems like it's like washed up a little bit, like it washes the grayscale out a little bit. But yeah, I still like it. So let's see, we're gonna do, her skin is, I'm kind of debating, her skin's gray in this form, and it looks almost the same in the grayscale. Like if I just leave her skin gray, I'm kind of debate. I think I'm just gonna leave her skin gray for now. And I do have some gray, a light gray marker that would also work in this kind. Like this number 48 would also work. So I'm gonna test it out and see. Let's see, her hair is pink, and it is like a perfect match for this number 3, which is this kind of very pink cap, pale cap eye color here. So we'll do the hair color, and the hair does have kind of like highlights of blue into it. So we'll see if I do that after this is done. We'll test it out and see. Maybe I will do yeah, that was really makes sense. Maybe I will go adventurous and try to add some of that in. I'm not sure. Let's see how the pink looks by itself when it's done. So yeah, other than that, it was a very relaxing weekend here. Just watched movies. I ended up not going to the movies because it was just very busy. We went there and it's like the parking lot was just super busy, and like I just didn't feel like going there and dealing with a whole bunch of people. So we rented movies from the library, and we ended up watching War of the Planet of the Apes, which is the 3rd movie in the new Planet of the Apes series. I think it's the last one, even though there's talks of the fourth one. I think it's gonna be the last one, because the only way that the movie series, I won't spoil anything for you, but the only way that the series can move on without doing a full-on reboot of a reboot is to remake the original movie now, because the storyline is like officially up to where the original movies would have started taking place. Like the evolution line is basically up to like where the movie or the original movie would start taking place, and it would make sense now to fully have the original movie be remaked with the same cast of characters that we have now. I think I actually like the pink by itself. Let's see if I can zoom in so you see just slightly better. I think I like the pink by itself without the blue. So I'm going to leave the pink like that, and then we will do her eye. Well, her eyebrows are blue, but we're not going to do that because there's no blue in her hair. So we'll just add the pink into the eyebrows. But yeah, like the only way that the movie would make sense now would be to remake the original movie. So hopefully they will, because that'd be nice to see, but at the same time, it wouldn't make full sense if they went ahead with the storyline, because there's nothing left to do, if that makes any sense. There's nothing left to do with the main storyline. So her chop here is yellow, and I grabbed the second, like the medium shade yellow in the 50 set of Sergeant Arts, which is number 24. Yeah, so we watched that. I want to make sure, yep, that's the only yellow thing on her outfit, except for, yep. Okay. So we watched that, and then we have more movies to watch. My mom got A Coat of Many Colors, the Dolly Parton movie, and we'll probably watch that together tomorrow night. And then I picked out a animated kids movie because they're always good to have, so we're going to watch probably Storks Tuesday. And then I think that was all the movie. I think my dad got King Kong, the new one, but I only watched part of that when we were going through the books because I got more books again, and I have to film a book haul this week that has 140 books in it. So that will be a long one going up on my book channel Friday. And there we have the yellow, and it does look, I will say, over the alcohol markers, it looks, the markers kind of look slightly more muddy, I guess you would say, than the alcohol markers, but it takes kind of time to work together. And I think I used the same pink on her collar that's used with hair, but I'm going to change it up and do number 8, I think. I'm going to do number 8 here for her gloves and her her necklace, which is this kind of like rosy pink purple color. And we'll use that for the necklace here, and then we'll use it also for her gloves. So yeah, we did that, and then I think that is 100% it. I just kind of vegged out and read a little bit. I didn't read a lot. Like, this weekend was pretty much all spent just like looking at the computer screen and doing nothing. Like, I wanted to color some for the color along that was going on, or the color-a-thon that was going on. It's just, I just didn't feel like picking up a coloring book this weekend, so I was just kind of like watching and supporting that way. And usually I won't comment on like past stream videos. Usually I'm really bad at commenting anyways on people's videos, but just know if I'm subscribed to you, I usually always will watch videos. It's just, if like I'm behind the videos, I kind of forget sometimes to comment. Like, I'll make a mental note of what I want to say, and then by the time the video is done, it like has left my brain, because I've been listening to the person talk for how long? Like anywhere between a half hour to an hour, sometimes longer if it's like an old stream. So yeah, I leave a like, and then that's pretty much it. I don't comment a lot of times, but sometimes I will. Usually I try to comment mostly like on the people's finished pages for the months, because everyone does like fantastic work, so I try to comment on them for that, but I'm kind of bad with commenting on everything. So yeah, I'm kind of more of a silent viewer. Let's see, her jeans are blue yet, so I want to try finishing up her for this part. So blue, kind of like a denim blue color. Let's see, I think either between these two. Let's go with 37, which is, I believe, this color. Nope, that's 36. Okay, which is this color right here. So yeah, I finished up a picture that I was doing in the Chibi Girls Grayscale because I have officially made that the book I want to finish by the end of the year. Because this month I have colored 5 pictures from that book, 1 on camera and then 4 off camera. And I have to calculate, I'm going to wait to calculate how many pictures I need to color each week in there until later this week. I'm going to make sure I don't color any more first because I'm going to calculate the rest of the weeks. I think there's, starting next week, there's 12 weeks left to the year, which is just very, very weird to say because there's only 3 months left to the year next month. So I'll calculate like how much I have to color each week to do it. I think it'll be like 1.5 if my guess is right, because there's 20 pictures left and there's 12, and if you do 2 a week, that's 24, and already up to past that, so it'll be like probably like 1.4 or something like that. But I'll calculate it, and I'll probably just do like 2 a week, or at least 1 a week, and then just kind of catch up on stuff. Probably 2 a week because I love to do them, actually. I have been super, super addicted to coloring with markers, and I've seen that they have a new 100 set of super tips on Amazon, which is called the Rose Art 100 set of super tips, which if anyone has used them, let me know how they are in the comments below, because they're actually a really good price. I think they're like $16 here in the US for 100 markers, which is a really, really good price. And they are water-based, so they're like kind of like Crayola super tips. Let's see, now her socks, I did them in orange and black. So we need a pumpkin orange. And there is no pumpkin-y orange. There's a tomato, there's like a tomatoey red. Huh. Maybe this color, which is supposed to be like a skin color, is like an orangish color. I'll use that one. No, I could use number 18, which is like a tomatoey color. Tomato red, which is this one right here. It's like the lightest of the reds from the sets of the set of 50. So yeah, top one and go through. So the top and then go down. So yeah, I think I might test them out eventually. I think for right now I have enough water-based markers, but if there's enough people in the comments that say like they're really amazing, I'll probably pick them up, because you can never pass up a good deal on 100 markers, you know, especially if it's 100 different colored markers. Like the Crayola Super Tips. That's what made me fall in love with the Crayola Super Tips originally, because you get 100 different colors, and I don't know if Crayola is actually selling the 100 set anymore, because I looked on Amazon because I was going to buy another set of them, and I couldn't find the 100 set anymore. I can only find the 50 set on Amazon. I don't know if maybe they're only selling them in stores now, I'm not sure, but I couldn't see them on Amazon because I was going to buy another set, because like I said before, the reason why I stopped this marker series was because of the fact that some of my Crayola Super Tips were drying out, and I kept forgetting to set them aside, so I kind of got like frustrated at myself and then stopped the series. But I was like looking, I was like, well, I have a little extra, and I was like, since I didn't see the movie, like it would have been the same price for the Super Tips as the ticket for a movie would have been. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and see if I can find them. And then that's when I just didn't see them on Amazon anymore. So I don't know if they took them off Amazon or if they're just kind of like in-store things. I do remember seeing them at Walmart, and I just did not feel like dealing with Walmart this week. It's as simple as that. I do not like shopping at Walmart. That's nothing against people who love to go there or people who work there. Every single Walmart in my area is horrible. And for some reason, whenever I leave Walmart, I end up sick. I never touch stuff. I always if I touch like the handles of stuff, I always over hand sanitize. But like I always end up sick for like 2 or 3 days afterwards. And I hate going there, so I didn't feel like going there to pick them up. So yeah, and like to tell how lazy I was to go, or not wanting to go to Walmart, I, for the first time, I think ever. Sorry, I was stuck by the book. The video, it went down to 2 hours and 15 minutes at. So it's gonna be done about 2 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, yeah, it's gonna be done a little after 2. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I was trying to calculate the video, so if I had to stop it or not. But I ordered my first book online today, or this weekend, and not a coloring book, like a regular fiction book. Like I always like to pick them up in store, like go to Walmart for them or the bookstore. And for the first time, I ordered a book on Amazon that wasn't a Kindle book, and it arrives tomorrow, which is Monday. Which by the time this video goes up, it'll be yesterday for you, if that makes any sense. And I ordered, I think it's Good Time Cowboy or Good News Cowboy, something like that, from by Macy Yates. It's book number 3 in the Copper Ridge series, not Copper Ridge, it's book number 3 in the Gold Valley series of hers, which is a sequel series to the Gold Valley, or the Copper Ridge series. I say it's a sequel series, even though it's not. It's like a whole new series. But I say it is a sequel series because Copper Ridge appears in the town. It's like the neighboring town of Copper Ridge. But that one comes in the mail tomorrow, and I'm excited. Even though I have too many books to start, I've already started. I have The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson started, and then I bought my friend's book, which is called Black Rain. You can get it on Kindle for $2.99, and it is the book 1 of a trilogy, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Couldn't speak there, but it's really, really good. I'm not just saying that because he's my friend. I'm saying that because it's really, really good. I read the first chapter last night, and my eyes were getting heavy. It's like, I need to put this down, but I don't want to. It's basically about a story about a Native American tribe in the 1800s, and the first chapter was just super, super amazing, and I loved it. So I'm gonna probably read more again tonight. So I did a black for the sides here, but I think I'm going to use the second darkest. No. Yeah, I'm going to use the second darkest gray color here. Because I don't want to do a full-on black because you won't see the kind of grayscale effect. So I'm going to use the second darkest gray, which is actually only the second gray in the set. So I'm going to read more of that tonight. I'll probably read a chapter at a time because there is 14 or 15 chapters in it. So if I read a chapter a night, it'll take me to like 14, 15 days or 15, 16 days, depending on how long certain chapters are. But so far, it is a really, really good one. So I'd recommend it. It's called Black Rain. And his author name is Eli Salaris, or Salas. It's S-A-L-A-S. But yeah, it's really, really good. So if you're interested in that, it's kind of historical. I don't know what it would be. I think it would be like historical literary fiction, something like that. But I highly recommend it because it was really enjoyable. So yeah, I'm going to read that more, and then of course The Way of Kings. And I want to get to The Way of Kings, the end of the part 1 of Way of Kings, before I stop and read a different book. So I have to power my way through that book before I pick up the Macy Yates book, because I don't want to have like 3 books going at once, which isn't a bad thing. It's just, actually, I might actually start it because I don't have another romance book started, and I really want to read it, so I might, who knows. It just depends on how, when I read the back of the book, how the description grabs me. See, I have that, and then Tuesday, the only mail I have coming is a eye mask, because I got so used to sleeping with an eye mask on that the room is just way too bright at nighttime now, even with all the lights off. It's like I need total darkness. So I ordered a different mask because the one I have was a cheapy one, and I have officially extended it past its life, and I need a new one. So I ordered another one of them. It was only like $7 on Amazon, and that one lasted me about a year last time before it started to fall apart and like kind of like stink, even though I washed it. So I had to throw that one away, and I got the other ones that are cheaper because I thought, oh, well, there's 4 or 5 in a set. This will work out a lot better. And it turned out those other ones only lasted like maybe 2 weeks before they started to fall apart. So like, okay, yeah, I need to go back to the other one I had before. So yeah, that is it for my kind of weekend details, and we're going to the 30-minute mark now, so I'm going to finish up this leg, and then we will do the rest, or not do the rest, but we'll go back into the second part next time and finish her up. And so yeah, let me know in the comments below what you all colored for the Color Like No One Is Watching a Color-a-thon this past weekend. It's weekend now technically, but for me, but by the time you watch it, it'll be the past weekend. So let me know what you colored or what you started, or if you just kind of watched and participated that way, like I was this week. I had this round. I'll try to see if I'm in the mood more next time. I actually forgot that it was happening. I need to write it down the next one is happening so that way I can plan out a little better. But yeah, just let me know what you colored for this color along or this weekend, or if you just kind of watched everything instead. So that is it for part 1 of this page in episode 3. We will come back in next part for the rest of her and some more stuff. So as a comparison, here's her with markers, and what we did with the socks, her outfit, her hair, and this is what I was going off of right here. So there's the stocking difference from that to that. I like the markers a lot better, and then her jeans, and then there you go, her coat, and you can see kind of like a side by side. So that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and until next time, I hope you all have an amazing day and happy coloring.